before you watch this, this is not anything copyrighted. This is not anything that would get me a copyright strike. It says what it says, highlights and results. No copyright is on this video. If you're looking for the real show, you're in the wrong place. It's barely been 10 minutes after the pay-per-view. What the hell are you doing here? Get out! Please, just leave. Leave. If you think you've been misled, you read the title wrong. Highlights and results, not actual pay-per-view. Do not hold me accountable if you think you've been misled, because you can't read. Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Rocker XX Crowder here, and if you hear anything in the background, it is people that are in my house. So, on the Royal Rumble 2000, oh my god, they're crying. Oh god, I hate it when I have this is why I don't like kids, guys. They cry too much. So yeah, the Elimination Chamber 2013 just finished, and oh my god, it was a boring pay-per-view. I felt like I was forced to watch it, and the only reason I watched it was because I wanted to cover it. Now, wow, that is so much fucking crying. It's not even funny. Yeah, guys, don't ever have kids, trust me. To be honest, the pay-per-view really sucked. I felt like I was watching it because I was forced to. And, you know, you guys might think it was a great pay-per-view. I don't. That's the one thing about, you know, being a fan. Everyone is different, and you have your own opinions. Now, let's start off with I did not watch the pre-show because I did not want to watch the pre-show. But the first match was Big Show versus Alberto Del Rio. And this match was kind of okay. Wasn't anything big or extra, whatever the hell that word is that I can't think about at the moment. It had its moments, but really, basically, Big Show was like, it was hard for Alberto Del Rio to take him down. How do I say this? I really can't remember that much of the match, to be quite honest with you. But the ending was basically, it was botched, to be honest with you. And that's one thing I did not like about the ending of that match, or the first two matches. It was a botched ending. How do I say this? Big Show had like a freaking can or whatever the hell, like a bucket. And Alberto Del Rio went to kick the bucket. He missed the first time, and he tried to go for the kick again. And the second kick nailed in, but the first kick, he just couldn't get him. And, it was really stupid because, oh my god, it's like Big Show didn't even realize it. But then after that, Alberto Del Rio went for the submission, and, Big Show tapped out. And basically, Alberto Del Rio won, so you'll be seeing him at WrestleMania as a champion. So yeah, the next match was Antonio Cesaro versus The Miz, and this is where I thought my momentum theory was going to, work, but it ended up with Antonio Cesaro winning via, whatchamacallit, what's that word I'm looking for, disqualification. The Miz came out and he was all, like, taped up and stuff because, of what happened and everything. Cesaro put Miz in the keyhole. Miz was able to fight out, basically. Miz tried to actually roll up Cesaro a few times, I think, during the match, and, that didn't work out, so Miz wasn't able to get the win there. So, yeah. In the end, Miz was trying to go for the figure four leg lock, but, he couldn't get it in. He just couldn't, get that in. So, he went to kick, Cesaro, and, a couple times in the chest, and then Cesaro kind of, made him slip, and, Miz hit his knee on his balls, his jewels of life that all we men really want to protect because, if us men get hit in that special region, it really hurts, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I've been hitting the balls, and oh my god, I've been kicked there, guys, and it is not fun. It is just like the worst feeling in the freaking world. I mean, it is crazy how sensitive it is down there. So imagine how Cesaro was. He was probably all screaming in pain, like, oh, oh. But he actually covered himself. If you guys watch the replays. But yeah, after the match, Miz freaking kicked him in the freaking nuts again, and Cesaro was like, "Ah, my balls, my beautiful, beautiful balls," and basically that's it. And then after that, there was a backstage segment with Kane and Daniel Bryan. They hugged it out, and Kane said, "You cover my back, and I will cover my back." So yeah, that was pretty cool. After the match, we got the Elimination Chamber match, and it was a pretty okay match. I'm not gonna break it down word for word, but how do I say this? When Swagger came out, he basically said, keeping this land American, which falls down to him winning the match. I'm not gonna cover this match entirely. I'm just gonna tell you guys the result and some highlights of what happened. But basically, how do I say this? It started off with Daniel Bryan and freaking Jericho, but then came out Kane, and it was a pretty okay match, back and forth action. Kane came out, and then Randy Orton I think came out. Did Randy Orton come out, or did it come out? I think Randy Orton came out after, and then Mark Henry just basically destroyed. And I also have to add that when Kane came out, him and Daniel Bryan were working well together until Daniel Bryan tried to go for the roll up on Kane, and then two of them fought, and I was like, holy shit, they fought! Oh my god! But once Mark Henry came out, he basically took out Daniel Bryan pretty quickly, and then Mark Henry was going after Kane, and then Kane heads up to the top. He tried to do his line clothesline or whatever, and he got caught by Mark Henry and put down with the world's strongest slam, and then Kane was eliminated. Then it basically was down to Jericho, Henry, Orton, and Swagger, and whatchamacallit, Swagger went for the knee, knee to the head. Then Jericho code braked Mark Henry, and then Randy Orton hit an RKO on Mark Henry. Mark Henry was eliminated. But then Mark Henry came in later after he was eliminated, and he did the World's Strongest Slam on all three of them, and I was like, yeah. Then basically Orton, goes for the RKO on. What did he go for the RKO? No. Jericho tried to go for the Lion Salt on Orton, but Orton countered it into an RKO. And then what happened exactly? I think Jericho went for the Lion Salt. Orton went for the knees, but Jericho caught the knees, but Jericho reversed it and hit an RKO. Orton pins for Jericho for 3. And then after, Jack Swagger rolled up Orton for a 3 count, and Jack Swagger will be facing Alberto Del Rio at WrestleMania, like I told you guys, because, he's the manager guy. I really don't know his name yet. He's basically trying to keep America American, and Alberto Del Rio is of Latin ancestry, which means basically that. It was basically just it was throwing it at your guys' face. I knew this was going to happen. Some people were unhappy with the decision, but I was okay with it, to be quite honest with you. And one thing about this show, I'm quite surprised that the Divas match was really the second to last match. But after this, we had Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns, The Shield versus the Superstars of the WWE. And now this match, it really surprised me because in the end, the Shield basically won, and there were some few crazy moments. Basically, the Shield tried to keep Cena down, and Cena was not able to get a tag in for like at least 10 minutes or something. I'm not sure how long the match was. But some few highlights of the match were when they all hit a suplex on each of the Shield at the same time. When Roman Reigns hit a spear on Sheamus through the barricade. And then Cena went for the attitude adjustment on Ambrose. And Ryback was going for the shell shock on Rollins. And then Roman Reigns came in and speared Ryback. And that allowed Seth Rollins to get the pin on Sheamus. Not Sheamus, Ryback. And then Ryback, the Shield won, which I was really surprised because I never thought that they would beat the Superstars of the WWE. And they basically, they won, and then Ryback just stormed out because he was really pissed and embarrassed because of what happened. And I was like, yes, Ryback didn't win. It was just like, that made my night, to be honest with you guys. Then we had Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston. This match was just, a match that was just thrown in together. To be honest with you, beforehand, Booker T came out and said that there's a superstar that's better than you. And I was thinking Christian, yes. But ended up being Kofi Kingston, and I was just pissed. I was like, come on. Christian is cleared to come back in the ring, and you don't have him face Dolph Ziggler. That would have made the pay-per-view 2 times better, in my opinion, and, watchable, in my opinion. But basically, it was just a 3-minute match or something. Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston was able to hit the Trouble in Paradise, but Big E kind of, got Ziggler out of the ring. Kofi went after, Kofi accidentally attacked Langston a couple times, like 2 times to be actually honest with you. But the match basically ended with Ziggler goes for a superplex, but drops down on his stomach first. Ziggler hits the zigzag and then gets the 3 count. Yeah, basically easy. After the match, Big E Langston attacked Kofi Kingston, and yeah. Then what do we have after? I think we had a little, WWE advertising their toys with Brodus Clay and what's his name, Tensai. Basically, some new toy that the WWE made. It was pretty cool. But then we had Tamina Snuka versus Kaitlyn, which I did not watch. I was taking a shit. Yeah, but from what I heard, it ended up with a spear. Not anything, extra cool. But apparently, like always, the crowd was just dead. I mean, like all the guys and girls and kids were there all like taking a piss or something. Um, Pretty cool things. Basically, I think this Divas match was the match of the year, guys. I mean, I can't believe I missed this match. It was just the greatest match ever. Not. But then we had CM Punk versus The Rock, which was another boring match. I expected something different from this. I thought this match was going to be like possibly the greatest of the night, but it ended up being just as bad, to be quite honest with you. I mean, the match, Punk basically had Rock in a bunch of freaking submissions. And of course, the Spanish announce table was attacked again, like always during a pay per view. I don't think there's ever been a pay per view that has not ended with a Spanish announce table being destroyed. Well, this time it wasn't destroyed, but CM Punk did the rock bottom on the Rock on the Spanish announce table, but it didn't break. Not like last pay per view when it broke before he even hit the rock bottom. But after that, basically more submission holds probably. I can't remember right. Um, but the match ended with, the ref was out, CM Punk hit the GTS, The Rock was pinned 1, 2, 3, but there was no ref to come in here. I was hoping that Heyman would come in and count the 1, 2, 3, but that did not happen. But yeah, basically The Rock won. Once one ref was down, the other was down when Punk basically touched him like barely, and he was out. CM Punk was gonna hit The Rock with the WWE title, but hit Heyman instead. The Rock hit the rock bottom on CM Punk and pinned him 1, 2, 3 because the ref was magically revived. I mean, it was like someone got quick revived from Call of Duty Zombies. Stuck a needle up the ass of the ref, and like after that, the ref was revived and he came in the ring. He did the 1, 2, 3. The Rock won, and we're gonna be seeing Cena versus Rock at WrestleMania 29. And it's kind of funny how they didn't mention the twice in a lifetime thing or made a joke out of it, and there was no Undertaker in the show. No Undertaker. Wow, this match was really awful. Now I will make whether you should watch this or not, episode 2 after this, and tell you guys if you should buy the DVD or watch the show or not. So yeah, Rocker XX out, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I am gonna go to the corner right now and cry myself to sleep because I just watched the greatest horror movie of all time. It just literally scared the shit out of me.